ओमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथामह्यं ददा सपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुवैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं स्वाद्वैतं सावधूतं परितं सहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सगगण विद्या श्रीकृष्णकान्तां च मुखं करोति वाचालं पंकुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं चैतन्येश्वरं नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जगन्नाथ स्वामी निताय कृपाप्रदायिने भवतुदातामदाय मकरग्रामधारिणे प्रभु दामोदर प्रभु हरे कृष्णा
கேக்குதுங்களா?
प्रभु you have the book with you, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, so I will read it from the screen. You can look it from your okay.
Okay, Prabhu. நான் புக் எடுத்து வச்சுக்கிறேன். ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருங்க.
कस्तूरी तिलकं ललाटपटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे वदमौक्तिकं कर्तले वर्णोत्तरे कङ्कणं सर्वाङ्गे हरिचन्दनं सुगनितं कण्ठे च तावडी गोपस्त्रीपरिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपालचूडामणि नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Second canto, first chapter, shloka number 26. पातालमेतस्य हि पादमूलं पातालमेतस्य पादहि मूलं sorry पातालमेतस्य हि पादमूलं पठन्ति पार्ष्णि प्रपदे रसातलम् पठन्ति पार्ष्णि प्रपदे रसातलं महातलं विश्वसृजो गुल्मौ महातलं विश्वसृजोत
तलातलं वै पुरुषस्य जङ्गे
पातालमेतस्य हि पादमूलं पठन्ति पार्ष्णि प्रपदे रसातलं महातलं विश्वसृजोत गुल्मौ तलातलं वै पुरुषस्य जज्ञे पातालमेतस्य हि पादमूलं पठन्ति पार्ष्णि प्रपदे रसातलं महातलं विश्वसृजोत गुल्मौ तलातलं वै पुरुषस्य जज्ञे। प्रभु
Yes, Prabhu. पातालमेतस्य ये पादमूलं पठन्ति पार्ष्णि प्रपत्ते रसातलं महातलं विश्वसृजो अथ गुल्पौ तलातलं वै पुरुषस्य जङ्गे।
सदानवदास प्रभु।
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, can you scroll down a little bit? Yeah. Hare Krishna. पातालमेतस्य हि पादमूलं पठन्ति पार्ष्णि प्रपदे रसातलं महातलं विश्वसृजो अथ गुल्फौ तलातलं वै पुरुषस्य जङ्घे।
Read the synonyms too.
Yes. Patalam, the planets at the bottom of the universe. Etasya, of his, he, exactly. Padamulam, sole of the feet. Pathanti, they study in it. Parshni, the heels. Prapade, the toes. Rasatalam, the planets named Rasatal. Mahatalam, the planets named Mahatala. Vishwa Srajaha, of the creator of the universe. Atha, thus, Gulfau, the ankles. Talatalam, the planets named Talatal. Why, as they are, Purushasya, of the gigantic person. Janghe, the shanks.
Damodar Prabhu, translation.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, can you raise it up?
Some more?
Yeah. Sorry. No. Okay, Prabhu. Translation purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Persons who have realized it have studied that the planets known as Patala constitute the bottoms of the feet of the universal Lord, and the heels and the toes are the Rasatala planets. Ankles are the Mahatala planets, and his shanks constitute Talatala planets.
Correct.
Hare Krishna.
Rasavati Mataji, can you read the sloka?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
What I have to do, Prabhu?
Read the sloka.
पातालमेतस्य हि पादमूलम् पठन्ति पार्ष्णिप्रपदे रसातलम् महातलं सृजोऽथ गुल्फौ
Correct.
तलातलं वै पुरुषस्य जङ्घे.
Mataji, read the purport, please.
Purport, Prabhu. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Outside the bodily existence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the manifested cosmic existence has no reality. Everything and anything of the manifested world rests on him, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.4. But that does not imply that everything and anything in the vision of a materialist is the Supreme Personality. The conception of the universal form of the Lord gives a chance to the materialist to think of the Supreme Lord. But the materialist must know for certain that his visualization of the world in a spirit of lording over it is not God realization. The materialistic view of exploitation of the material resources is occasioned by the illusion of external energy of the Lord, and has such if
Anyone wants?
one second. As such, if anyone wants to realize the supreme truth by conceiving of the universal form of the Lord, he must cultivate the service attitude. Unless the service attitude is revived, the conception of Virat realization will have very little effect on the seed. The transcendental Lord, in any conception of his form, is never a part of the material creation. He keeps his identity as Supreme Spirit in all circumstances and is never affected by the three material qualities, for everything material is contaminated. The Lord always exists by his internal, little after Prabhu, that internal energy. The universe.
1 minute, Mataji. Let us try to understand that. We'll move further. So, in this sloka, Sukadeva Goswami is explaining to Parikshit Maharaj, for the neophytes, those who have seen the material world or those who have heard about the material world, the Lord shows a different form comprising of the material world. So that's why here the comparisons are given to that, right? Persons who have realized that, have studied the planets known as Vatara, constitute the bottoms of the feet of the universal form. That means the Lord's lotus feet and the bottom of the lotus feet is the lowest planet, which is called as Vatara. So this explanation is given for whom? Only for the neophytes. But for a devotee, what the explanation is given when it comes to the lotus feet bottom? Yeah.
Is Sham Sundar Roop, Prabhu?
Sorry?
It is Sham Sundar Roop, means it is a
Yeah,
human
yeah.
form of
Yeah. So in that, the lotus feet bottom is explained with so many marks, like the gada and so on. You remember that, no? At the lotus feet at the bottom of the lotus feet of the Lord, all the marks will be there. Ankush will be there, no? All the things will be there. Is will be a whip and other things. Everybody knows that, right? We have got photographs also. No? Photos will be hanged. So for a devotee, the bottom of the lotus feet of the Lord is explained with the different symbols which is available on the lotus feet, which is exclusively for the Supreme Lord alone, not for anybody else. For us, human being and others, there will be other rekha. Rekha means what? All the marks will be there. These marks indicate that different type of actions and reactions which is going to happen. So even in a palm also same thing, at the lotus feet, at the bottom of the lotus feet also same thing. But for the Lord, in the bottom of the lotus feet, it is having all these marks. It is exclusively for the Lord. So similar such marks are found in the bottom of the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya also. That means Lord Krishna himself has come. So these are the indications to make the common man understand the Supreme Lord is exclusively for the devotees. And for the common man or the neophytes, the Lord comes in the form of a Virat Rup. Okay. So first explanation is bottom of the lotus feet is compared to the Patala, are known as Patala, and the heels and toes. So there will be heel on the lotus feet. That heels plus the toes, front and back, are the Rasatala values. So that means the lowest is Patala, above that is Rasatala. Then the ankles, where the anklets are there. So this is called the Mahatala. So this is much more higher than that. So this is a Gulpau, right? Then finally it talks about the Jange. Jange means it talks about the calf muscles, if I remember right. Correct? No? Jange means calf muscles. Like Hindi mein, what is written there?
It should be thighs, Prabhu, thighs.
Right, okay, that's what I had a little doubt. Always I am getting confused. Janguru, correct, you are right. Janguru means thighs. So then they are comparing or they are calling the thighs to the Talatala. Okay, this is much more higher than that. So these are all the explanations meant for only neophytes, those who are materialistic. So they can catch up to some extent. The Supreme Lord is manifested everywhere, and they have to surrender to Him. So for them, this is the way it is depicted. But for the beauty or the uh, most beautiful form of the Lord, that is explained to the devotee. So when it comes to the Rudra Gita in the fourth canto, no, we can see how Lord Shiva is describing about the thighs, about the ankle, about the heels at the bottom also, bottom of the toe also. So that means it is meant for only devotees because they can catch up. There is Supreme Lord, we have to serve them. For neophytes, it's very difficult for them to understand the Supreme Lord, accept the Supreme is also, and sometimes they mistake him as a material one. That's also wrong. So this is what it is explained. Then let us get into the purport. Outside the body existence, the Supreme Lord is manifested cosmic existence as no reality. No reality means what? It is only for a temporary purpose. Everything and anything of the materialistic world rests on him as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 9.4. What is that shloka? Anybody remembers? 9.4?
Maya tatam idam sarvam.
Maya tatam idam sarvam.
Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavekta
Jagatate murtina mastani sarva bhutani nachaham teshu avastitah.
So in this translation, by me in my unmanifested form, this is a very important life you have to understand. Unmanifested, that means it does not have a manifested. It's not a normal beautiful form, it's an unmanifested form. This entire universe is pervaded. That means he is pervading. That means he is covering all the beings. And finally, all beings are in me, but I am not in them. This is also an interesting statement. Many people cannot understand it. So everybody is in him, and he is also in everything. So when he is in everything, he is not matter. That we have to understand. So all the living entities are in him because it is in his stomach everything rests. Okay. So that's the situation. So that does not mean everything is materialistic. Materialist. So this is what we are. The Lord is always spiritual, and his Atma is also spiritual. That's why we call him as Divya. But whereas for us it is never called as Divya. So here also, for a neophyte, they should not totally misunderstand also. For that reason only, it is emphasized, does not imply of a materialist. He is not a materialist because he is untouched by the material things. Though he creates on his own energy, the material energy cannot touch him because he created it and he controls it. So naturally, it will be under his instruction. Clear? So moving on to that, the conception of the universal form of the Lord gives a chance to materialists to think of the Supreme God. But the materialist must know for certain that his visualization of the world is a spirit of lording over, is not God realization. So when he sees such a form of the Lord connected to the material God, the materialist will understand, oh, this belongs to God. He has created all these things. When he comes to understand, naturally he will not try to lord it over or he will not try to enjoy. So he will try to give up things. So develop detachment. This is also explained. The materialistic view of the exploitation of material world resources is occasioned by the illusion energy. So how the exploitation takes place by the materialistic people? Because they are put into a prakriti. What is it called? In an illusion. So three gunas comes into the picture and push them. And as such, anyone wants to realize the Supreme God by conceiving the universal form, he must cultivate the service attitude. See, so they can go for the Virat route, but they have to develop the service attitude. Okay. So again, service attitude to the Virat route is not that it's, they have to understand his different form is there, which is always beautiful. But the Janma Karma Chamya. So unless the service attitude is revived, the conception of Virat realization will have very little effect on the seeing. So those who are seeing it will have no impact unless they develop the service attitude. So that means the jiva is meant for serving and whomsoever they have to do that. That's it. So the transcendental Lord in any conception of term is never part of the material. So whenever he comes or whenever he takes different forms of the material things, still he is unaffected. This is what they're explaining. He keeps his identity separate in all situations, and he is never affected by the three modes. Here, the Lord always exists in his internal energy. That means he is in the spiritual form. But people in general, those who do not have a proper knowledge, they say he is Nirakar, right? He does not have a form. And certain people, they will say he has a form, but he is having material form. That's also wrong. What is ultimate? Janma, karma, chami. So his janma or his appearance is always spiritual. He comes in different forms to teach lessons. Clear? Okay, next paragraph. Damodar Prabhu, can you read? Damodar Prabhu. Okay. Sadaramadas Prabhu, you can read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
I was mute.
Okay, Prabhu, go on.
Uh, the The universe is divided into 14 planetary systems. 7 planetary systems called Bhur, Buhar, Swahar, Mahar, Janas, Tapa, and Satya are upward planetary systems, one above the other. There are also 7 planetary systems downward, known as Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Tala, Tala, Mahatala, Rasatala, and Patala, gradually one below the other. In this verse, the description begins from the bottom because it is in the line of devotion that the Lord's bodily description should begin from his feet. Sukadev Goswami is a recognized devotee of the Lord and he is exactly correct in the description. Hare Krishna.
As we see here, 2 into 7, 14 planetary systems, or we can call it as 3 levels of universe, right? So here, Madhya means Bhur. Bhur means what we live in this, where we are living in between. Earthly planets called as Bhur. Bhuvaha, above that. Suvaha, where we call it as Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satya. So these are the upper planetary system above the Earth planet. So above the Earth there are 6 and below the Earth there are 7. So the 7 below are Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. So out of these 7, we have learned 4. Here, Sukadeva Goswami, being a pure devotee of the Lord, when he describes the Lord's beauty or beautiful form, he starts with his lotus feet. This is a lesson we also are getting. Padadi Kesham. We have to look at the darshan from the lotus feet to the top lotus face. That is the rule. So that way, here Sukadeva Goswami is describing very well. But there is an exception to this description. Who is that? Who can do that in a different style?
Prabhu?
But there is one more devotee. He is an exception to this rule. Description from the lotus feet.
Dhruv Maharaj, bro?
Huh?
Dhruv Maharaj?
No.
Huh.
Kunti Maharani. Correct? How she starts the beauty? Nama
Lotus face. No.
Pankaja Nabhaya.
Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Malni.
Nama Pankaja Maline. Nama Pankaja
No.
Netraya.
Netraya Namaste, Pankaj.
Sorry.
So Prabhupada explains there very clearly. Exception for this description, only Kunti Maharani is allowed because Kunti Maharani did it for the simple reason the Lord will have shyness when she talks about the lotus feet because she is her aunt, right? So he feels it, oh, so such a elderly devotee for me, how she can start? Because he will feel shyness. So Kunti Maharani starts with the Nabi. Namak Pankajanabhaya. So here, Sukadeva Goswami, being a top class devotee of the Lord, he kept the protocol properly. What is that? Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. So let us try to understand what are the things explained in this shloka. Patala is compared to what? Anybody says? One of you say. Patala.
Prabhu.
The lotus feet of the Lord.
Bottom of the lotus.
Bottom of the lotus feet.
That's our soul.
Yeah, soul.
Soul, yeah, you're right. Then Rasatala.
Toes, I think.
Heels and toes.
Heels and toes.
Okay. Then Mahatala.
Shank.
Gulpau. Gulpau, you are wrong. Gulpau means ankles.
Yeah.
Correct?
Okay.
Yeah. Then comes the shanks. Jangu.
Yeah.
Jangu means tight.
Eyes.
Thigh is called Talatala. Okay. Anybody remembers that for Prahlad, the Lord says, I will be a gatekeeper in your world. Which world it is?
Prabhu? Sutala. Bali Maharaj is Sutala.
Yeah, Sutala. That means here we have to understand Prahlad Maharaj goes down means that he is not like that. Yeah, anybody thinks, oh, he is also a demon. He comes from a demonic family, but he is a top class devoted Lord. So the Lord gave him the Sutala. But for Dhruva, he gave a different planet, it's called as Dhruva. So again, this Dhruva is separate from the entire planetary systems, all the universes. So that universe remains ever for it never gets destroyed. So this is what it's explained. Hare Krishna. So this we have to start little early because today's program is in Mahamani Mataji's house. I have to go a little earlier because it is a little far from my house. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, here,
Okay.
I have one question, Prabhu.
Yes, sir.
Here, Prabhu, Bhur, Bhurvah, Swaha, like these are coming. So, is there any connection between this and Gayatri Mantra?
Absolutely true. I'll tell you, when we chant the pranayama mantra as well as the Gayatri mantra, all this will be coming. All this means I will tell you the upper planetary system only, not the lower planetary systems. Clear? So the human being is meant to work hard or take efforts to go to upper planetary system, not to the lower planetary system. That's why the mantra starts Bhur Bhuvas Suvas Maha Jana Tapa Satya. I'll tell you how we chant it. Na? Om Bhuh Bhuvah Suvah Maha Jana Tapa Satya. Tasya Vidur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. Right? That's the way it has to be expanded. Many of them, they do not know how to do that. There is a meter for the Varenyam and the Dhimihi also there is a meter. So we chant it as a Gayatri mantra. We also use it for the Pranayama mantra also. Clear?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
So
And
lower
Satyalok is the planet where Brahma ji is living, or what?
Exactly, same.
Okay.
After that,
This,
there is
this Gayatri mantra, we normally we hear in the audios and all. Now it says Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Dasta Vidur Varenyam, but it never says other planetary system, Prabhu.
That's a mistake. Okay. Which one you are telling? Sorry. 1 minute. Okay. Oh, right. There is another mantra. What I was telling, that is called pranayama mantra. There only this comes. All the 7 planetary system, not in the.
I was wondering because in the normal, the audio what I've listened, they say Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Dasta Vidur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat.
Gayatri mantra it does not come. It comes in the pranayama mantra. So I'll tell you that pranayama mantra. Om Bhu Bhuvaha Swaha Maha Janaha Tapaha Satya. 1 minute. I have to chant. Ogam Satyam Om Tatsa Vidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. That's the way it is. So there it is in the pranayama. This comes all the higher planetary system. In the Gayatri mantra, only two things will come. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. That much only will come.
Mantra you all chant, no? Gayatri mantra.
Yeah. So morning, afternoon, night. Once the Janu is done, once the Punal is done, we have to.
Again in Gayatri, there are different Gayatris, are there mantras?
Yeah. For Devatas also separate.
I heard about this called Brahma Gayatri.
Yeah, this is what Brahma Gayatri, what the Brahmanas chant regularly.
Okay.
This is chanted within the mind, not in the lip movement also. But it's coming in the audio. Hare Krishna. Any other question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Okay. We'll stop here. I have to get to the answer.
Okay, Prabhu. We'll catch up next week. Hare Krishna.
Prayer for this Japaka Maharaj. Prayers request for Nikunja Mataji and prayer request from Varun Vedraman, Avinash Shankar, and so many. Sureshwar Govindadas for him also and others. For all of us. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Thank you so much, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Prabhu.